When first teaching touch, all I'm doing is presenting my hand, waiting for him to touch it with his nose only and a closed mouth, and then I'm clicking and rewarding him for that. If I feel his tongue or his teeth, I remove my hand and start all over. I'm not clicking or marking that. I want it to be a polite touch. Being gentle. We're taking the treats really rough. So he started to take the treats really rough, so we're going to work on teaching him how to be gentle. So if he even tries to go for my hand with his mouth or his tongue or his paw, I'm pulling it away. If he's being gentle and good or backing away, he gets the treat. Come a little closer. See exactly what you're doing. Come here. Boy. There you go. Gentle, good boy. That was good. Good. So at this point, he's definitely getting a little frustrated with what we're doing. So I'm going to revert a little bit and do something else just to kind of get his attention. So I'm going to ask for a sit, then go to give him the treat just to kind of get his motivation back, to avoid him becoming more persistent about biting because he's frustrated. Good. Nope, dropped. Good. Yes, that's better. That's pushy. This method really just teaches him to be less pushy, less rude, and more polite about taking treats. So even on this, he did have my hand in his mouth, but I was also letting him lick it off, and he was being very gentle about it, which is why I let it continue. If he had gotten too rough, I would have pulled my hand away and closed it, and even backed away from him. I don't want to break up today. Yes, boy. Ollie, sit. Okay, let's go closer. Sit. Next, moved on to just something kind of easy. So I'm just teaching him to sit for a little bit longer than he normally does. So a little adding some duration to it. Also teaching him that when I approach him, he should sit and back up to avoid the jumping, pawing, the mouthing on your legs to get that attention. I'm making him kind of wait for it. It also teaches a little bit of impulse control and patience. There you go, good boy. Touch. Down. So I start to work on down with Ollie, and I notice that he tries to grab my hand. So anytime he does that, I am closing my fist and pulling it away from him, and then trying again. If this continues, we may do a stand up down instead of this because he thinks it's a game, and he's trying to get it. He finally did do it. But I want to be able to ask him for a down and then mark him as I stand up. So he starts associating, even though I'm standing up, he should be in a down. Again, each time he gets frustrated and goes for my hand, I'm removing it. So think of the mouthing as if he is able to get his mouth on whatever body part he's trying to, he rewards himself when he gets to do that. So the biggest thing is to block him. He started to get a little pushy, so I stepped into him to get him to back up and realize that, my body is my space, and I don't want him grabbing it. As I'm working on down with him, I'm also trying to teach him manners and to be patient at the same time. So he's getting a little frustrated because he's having a hard time figuring it out. So he's going to be mouthing and stuff towards me. So I'm pulling my arm away from him. I just lightly put my knee kind of into his space just to get him out of mine, to teach him that behavior is in play and not what I want. And then I mark and reward him when he lays down.